Hello Aries, it's Joe, and this is your February. It's going to be the 14th, Valentine's Day of all days, through the 28th, 2021. I think last February was a leap year. So anyway, this year is 14th to the 28th, 2021. This is your relationship tarot reading. You and them, you versus them, what's happening in your relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly, or whatever needs to come out. It's up to Spirit and the cards to bring forward a message, and hopefully I can interpret that message for you. Now keep in mind, this is a collective reading for the sign of Aries, and if it doesn't fit with you, just let it go, okay? Because it's not going to with everybody. That's just impossible. So, but if it does, great, claim it. So, again, if it's not for you, there's always another message, Aries, at another time that might be better suited for you and for your circumstances, okay? So we're going to pull some cards, you versus them, and if I need to clarify anything, I will. But I try to keep these videos under about 14-15 minutes, but these will probably be just short little 10-minute video here for you, or this, not these. Alright, Aries, so let's talk about your relationship. The first card out for you is the Two of Cups, Aries. The Eight of Cups. Strength. And the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Coins, Aries. So that's you. And let's see what your person has. The Fool. So your person has the Hierophant, the Fool. Very interesting. Your person has the Fool, and you have the Eight of Cups, and your Eight of Cups is directly above the Fool. And then the Tower. Strength for you, and underneath that, the Tower, and the King of Cups. Aries, what is going on in your relationship, huh? Let's find out. Six of Wands, the overall card that tells us a little bit more about the generality of the reading here is the Six of Wands. Overcoming. Going the distance, Aries. And then you have a blessing here on your relationship, a blessing on your day. And one of these. Or maybe two. And we'll talk about your cards here, Aries. The Thinker. So you have the Thinker here, Aries. And then your person, poised. Your person is poised the second half of this month, and you're the Thinker. Now keep in mind, these time frames are just that. They're just time frames. They're general time frames. So it doesn't mean that this is if this reading is for you, and you'll know it because it'll talk to you in a way very specific to your situation. So if it is for you, keep in mind that the time frame's not a template. So and roles can be reversed somewhat. So you know, that's always something to keep in mind. But you have the Six of Wands here, so I see like there's overcoming some difficulty in your relationship. So the second half of February, or sometime in that time frame, you have the Six of Wands here. This to me says this is there is an element of success, there is an element of overcoming, and there's definitely a theme of success in your relationship, and moving on or getting out of something that maybe was making you feel a little stuck, okay? So you know, and you have the Thinker here. You've been, you know, this has been something that has been on the forefront of your mind for some time. So you've had some things that you've had to really work through in your relationship, but you have a resolution here that I think is great. So the first one for you was the Two of Cups. This is all about the soulmate. This is all about that union between you and your person here, because this is a love reading. If it wasn't a love or romance reading, it could be about any number of things, but this is about that connection between you and your person being joined together. And they have the Hierophant here, okay? And so I see like there might have been some there might have been, this could go in any number of ways, so apply it to your situation how you will, how it works for you. But I feel like there's this feeling here that somebody wants to get married, or somebody wants a more traditional role in the relationship. So it doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, but there's just something that your person wanted, I think, that was very traditional, or a traditional role. So this has caused a bit of a struggle. And, I think maybe you've been kind of pushed by your person a little bit, and there was some talk, and there was some going back and forth about maybe taking a time out, taking a break. And because you have the Eight of Cups, and a lot of times people say this is the card of walking away from something, a situation, a thing, and it can be. A lot of times I tend to see this as more of a positive card, as leaving behind what doesn't serve you and walking towards something that's better for you. But in this reading, I see this as like, this is, to me, is like taking a break, trying to put some distance between you and your person. And your person here has the Fool. They're wanting that new beginning with you. They're wanting to work through this, and you're wanting to distance yourself from either your person or the situation at hand, and maybe you're just unwilling to communicate about it. And that could be what the Eight of Cups is about too. You're unwilling to communicate about it, or you don't want to talk about what they want to talk about. So there's definitely some feeling of like a struggle between what one person wants in your relationship, Aries, versus what the other person wants. And I just see that as like, that is the thing that's the thing that's causing the tension, or has been. But I feel like, you're working through this in February. You have the Strength card, okay? You have the Strength card right here. This is what, I almost, as soon when I saw this card, when I pulled it out, I felt like, Aries, that was you like taming your tongue, and not being quick to anger, but also the Strength card is about doing things out of love and compassion, about doing sometimes the thing that is the hardest to do but is right to do. So I do feel like you take your point of view as being the point of view that you are like going to stick to. It is the right point of view, and that's probably how you have felt. And so you're willing to just distance yourself either from the topic, the situation, or even your person for a time being. But however that is, like I said, apply that your situation how you will. But I see, and your person here, while you have the Strength card, you're holding out. You're holding your tongue. You're avoiding the confrontation. You're avoiding the battle, or you're avoiding the uncomfortable discussion. And they're wanting this new beginning in this relationship. They want this relationship to go in a different direction, and perhaps they're a little bit in too much of a hurry for you. But they have the Tower here, okay? So I feel like the Tower is just finally getting your point across, okay? And while everything seems to be crumbling around your person, they perceive it, nothing's actually crumbling around them, but they feel like this relationship might be falling apart. And excuse me. So, they're really trying to hold it together with this Poised card. They're really trying to hold it together, but I feel like that they're realizing that they can't push you. They can only push you too far. They only can push the subject or the topic, okay, too far. And so, there's this like struggle going back and forth, what you want versus what they want. And like I said, the roles could be reversed. But the thing I like about this is, I did say, and we'll get to the last two cards here, but I did say this is all about overcoming the difficulty with the Six of Wands in this relationship. All right, this is all about overcoming that difficulty. You're coming at your person as the Knight of Coins here. Okay, this is like you're finally coming around. It's taken you some time to kind of get over this issue that you two have had. It's taken you some time to just work through it. And I see you go from like the Eight of Cups, you're holding it together, you're not engaging with the Strength card, you're being stoic, you're being strong, but you're not being nasty or anything like that. And you're finally coming around. I think, your person, they're wanting this to go a certain way. They feel like they have to have the relationship going in a particular direction, and that's what the Fool card is. That's what they want more than anything, and I do feel like your person is looking at things from like a traditional point of view or a traditional role. And like I said, could be marriage, engagement, children even, or it could just be one person being the person that stays at home while the other person works, or anything like that. They could have a point of view that is so so not you, you know, and you know, that's where the conflict comes from. So but they have the Tower here, so I think that they finally see that, you know, you're holding out with the Strength card, and you're really not going to give a whole lot on this topic or this subject right now. You want to table it, and I think that they were really pushing it, and I think that finally they're starting with the Tower coming out. They're finally starting to see that the trouble that it's causing in the relationship, and maybe it isn't worth that kind of trouble. So I feel like they're backing off finally, and you guys are starting to come around. You're coming at your person as the Knight of Coins, just like offering that. It's like, to me, that Knight of Coins, it's like a peace offering. Is how I see it. It's like you're offering your person, like, hey, this is a peace offering. Let's agree to disagree, or let's talk about this another time down the road. I'm not prepared for this in our relationship at this time in my life, right? And then your person is accepting that with the King of Cups, okay? So your person is accepting that offer. Your person is accepting that peace offering, and in the end, you both kind of feel like you got something out of this. Maybe you get more out of this, you get your way more, but I feel like your person feels like they got something out of this too. Maybe they got your attention, or they feel like that you know how they feel, or something to that effect. But I do feel like both of you feel like, nonetheless, no matter who feels like they came out on top, this is about the both of you coming out on top, and not even just the both of you, but your relationship coming out on top. All right, Aries. So again, you have a blessing on your day. This is a spirit guide blessing. This is reminding you to live in the moment, live in the day's blessings. Don't focus on the blessings you want in the future. This is all about just being very in the moment. A blessing on your day is saying be present where you're at. And you know, this goes for you and your person here. This is saying that live in the moment, live in the day, in the light of the day, and don't think about all the things that you have to have for yourself in the future, because you know, our present is creating our future, and if we can't be present in the day, that the day that we're existing and living in, we're not really creating the future we want for ourselves, because we're completely checked out of our present moment and present circumstances. We're completely checked out of where we are at right now in life, and therefore we're manifesting things in the future that we didn't really want for ourselves. So being present in the moment, and it's okay to manifest for the future, but being present in the moment, because that's how you create the future that you want for yourself. Aries, I did say the thinker, and I think this is all just tied to the Strength card here. You really you know, this is you being up here about it and being determined and strong, and I think that that's kind of where you have been the last month or so in this relationship. A lot about the thinking, and your person with the Tower coming out again was trying to remain just very graceful in this, even though they felt like things might fall apart in this relationship. They have been very poised, but nonetheless, you know, I think this is just, these two cards are just kind of saying where you two are at, you know, in the present circumstance of this as it's being worked out. Okay, Aries, I know I rambled because I do that all the time, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say, if you enjoyed this reading, leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. You know, and if it wasn't for you, that's okay. Just leave it. You can't claim this reading if it wasn't for you, and it isn't going to be for everybody. But if you're new and it wasn't for you, I hope you stick around and give me another chance, and you know, that would be great. So I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in another week or so. Bye.